Hi everybody, I'm going to take you on a tour of our kitchen garden. So over here I have Malabar spinach, or callaloo as Guyanese call it. We harvested a lot, so it's just a little left, but we have seeds coming. And believe you me, this bed I didn't plant callaloo. They're volunteers from past season. So over here I have some sweet potatoes, and here I have a purple variety of potato. This one I bought the potato from the supermarket. I sprouted it and then I planted it. So I'm looking forward to see what the harvest looks like in a couple of weeks. This year I only planted one jalapeno pepper plant because as much as I like the idea of growing jalapenos, I don't eat them as much. But I have one plant that's been supplying us with a decent amount of jalapeno peppers. And if you're brave, you could snack on the pepper. It's not too spicy as long as you stay away from the seed. Over here I have okra, or ladyfinger. I have about 11 plants, and every other day I have to pick, otherwise they get too tough. But this goes really nice in cook up, or you could cook it with any regular meat. I'll take you over this side. I have my wife bought us some lemongrass, and we have these coming. Over here I have a mixture of melon, long bean or bora, and string beans. This bed I just let the long bean run crazy. Usually I put it on a string and trellis it. This is sorrel or roselle. When I was a little boy I would pick the leaves and snack on it. Has a sourish taste. Sorrel is used a lot to make teas or drinks.
Or you just eat it.
This is my trusty assistant. This is chichira, as Guyanese call it, or it's a type of cucumber. I can't remember what's the proper name for the type of cucumber. Another name is loofah. When it's dry, it's fibrous, and you could use it to exfoliate your skin. So this one is about the size that you can pick it to eat, and this is probably a little too far gone. It's too tough. These I run them up on cattle panel that's bent over. 16-foot cattle panel bent over. You can see I have some more coming here.
It has a crummy plate.
Moving right along. Look, there's another. This is the first one that the vines put out. And I have maybe about 6 or 8 vines together. Over here I have butternut squash. We usually dice these and roast them. and I have sugar snap peas. These didn't come so good. I planted quite a few, and as you can see, it's just a few beans that are growing. But this is one of my newer beds, so the soil is not fully ready. The microorganisms didn't get a chance to fully develop the soil.
You forgot one for me, Dad.
Over here, I harvested some pak choy recently, and I'm going to change these beds over and get them ready for fall. So all this will be composted in with the soil. See some of my pak choy put seeds. It's edible. The weather's a little too hot for these, but this is shard. And over here I have arugula. This is very spicy. The peppery taste. Over here I have sweet peppers. And banana peppers, which I harvested a few days ago. Have some more sweet peppers here. Oh, this is broken. A young one. The plant got broken. We'll add this to stir fry. Oops. Come on. This is broadleaf thyme, thick leaf thyme, or some sort of species of oregano. I have rosemary. This is another type of oregano. This is aniseed hyssop. You can make tea with that. This is mint. You can make tea with that. This is basil. I have the green and the purple variety. But this one isn't growing as well. It was shaded by this. And see, we get a lot of pollination from bumblebees. And over here, it's some lemongrass that I harvested a few days ago. So this will shoot back. And over here, I have 2 fig trees that I need to transplant. Problem I have is lots of things to transplant, but very little sunlight covered yard space. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna put these because I like figs. Over here is the confetti bed. I have callaloo or Malabar spinach. I have more long bean or bora. And I also have bitter melon coming. I also have bitter melon.
Yeah.
So I've been harvesting tons and tons of long bean. I need to harvest these. I'll come back and harvest them later. And these are about 8 vines that are fighting each other for space. And what I do is I would use a string and tie it from the top all the way down, and then the vine would go up the string and then it would spread at the top. This is my strawberry bed, and because of the weather they're not doing so well, but early in the spring they were very prolific. Yum. Yum. Sweet. Over here I have more bitter melon. And these are volunteer from last season. I also have some cucumbers in this bed. Bitter melon going alongside cucumbers. I planted some spinach earlier this season, and for some reason they never grew well, partly due to shade from cucumbers. And here again, more Malabar spinach or callaloo. This is because when we composted stuff from last season, we threw out some callaloo vines with seeds, and all of the soil that I used this season has callaloo seeds, so you'd find callaloo all over. Look at the size of this. And I have some seeds. These have a nutty-ish kind of taste. So the size of the leaves, and it's going up the string that I provided. So we have a callaloo and a borer going up the same string. This over here, I have just a few wiri pepper plants. I got these seeds from one of my PC sisters, my high school friends, and I grew them I think 2 seasons ago, and I got 1 pepper, but I set them again, and look, we have quite a bit of fruit if you look at the blossoms. So I'm going to be able to save seeds for these, and I'll be able to have them in seasons to come. Now this one, I won't show you the taste on this because this is a hot fellow. I'll just tease you. So I also have some ginger here. I forgot to mention, but beneath the okra beds, I have some ginger coming as well. This is more aniseed hyssop. I have some rose transplants, and these are some shade plants that we'll use to put in front. Over here, here I have some kale, but the pests decide to feed on them, and I'm using them as a trap crop to keep the pests focused on these so that they'll leave the other plants alone. We don't only grow vegetables, we have some flowers. These are lantanas.
In the water fountain.
And over here we have some eggplant bushes. We harvested quite a bit early on, and we have some blossoms, so we should get a bit more before the season closes. See the blossoms? Oh, this blossom didn't make it. Yeah, but we have quite a bit of blossoms and we should get some more before the season's over. I have some more lemongrass over here. And these are getting as tall as I am. So I usually cut these low so they'll shoot back, and then I cut them in maybe 1 foot pieces, and then I dry them and I store them to make tea. You could also use it in fish dishes or any dish that you want to give a lemongrass flavor. Over here, I have quite a few varieties of tomatoes. I have a cherry tomato, a grape tomato, a plum tomato, and a beefsteak tomato. We harvested a lot earlier, so there's not much left. Although you can see I have some here, and then there's green ones. That's the cherry tomato. This is the grape tomato. We have some more cherry tomato. Sorry, these are grape. We have some more grape tomatoes over here. All the way on the here, I have one small plum tomato. This is supposed to be a Roma tomato. Usually it's big like this, but the season is going against us, the weather, so they're not growing as well. And look at this. We bought a pineapple a couple of weeks ago, and my wife decided to put it in water, and you can see the amount of roots that it's put in there. Now we're in zone 7B in Georgia, so I don't think we'll get this to grow unless we put it in a greenhouse,
I'm walking.
because pineapples usually take 2 years to grow. And then we have a few flower plants here. So that's most of the tour for the garden. Here I have some shishito peppers. You can stir fry these whole. It's a sweet pepper. Shishito. We have some more bell peppers hiding in the back here. Alright, so that's part 1 of the garden tour. I'll have another video with part 2 for you another time.